Hello, Sarah Sabin, Executive Leadership and Intuition Coach here today. And today I'm going to be talking about cause and effect. Every effect that you experience has a cause or causes to it. And I will distinguish this from the spiritual, everything happens for a reason. Yes, it does, but it happens because you put in ingredients X, Y, and Z, and you got out ingredient A, if that was the correct outcome of X, Y, and Z. Now, a lot of problems arise because people do not understand the things that are actually causing the effects that they are experiencing. So, what I mean by that is people often tend to jump to the most obvious conclusion. For example, we're not making enough sales. Let's just make more calls and let's just do more, which may be one of the solutions that you need to do, but is assumptive in nature. And people tend to do that with a lot of things. And it means that they have never end up solving their problems for the long term. So everything tends to be a short-term band-aid, or the same kind of patterns and situations keep recurring again and again and again. And if that is happening, then it gives you an indication that something is off. One of the causes that you think it is, it's not that, or it is that plus two, three, four other things. When you understand exactly what the causes are, you can change the effects. So, something that I hear very often nowadays, Sarah, things are not going so well, but look at the state of the world, look at the state of the economy, look at the state of everything. If you are leaping straight away to the effect being caused by the external circumstances that are going on, the chances are you have not got to the root cause. And the reason for this is if it was just to do with the external world, then every other company in your industry, of your size, etc., would be experiencing exactly the same effect and therefore exactly the same outcome. Now, it may be that 90% or even 95% of companies in your industry are experiencing that effect, but there are, let's say, some outliers, 5 to 10% that are doing great and outperforming the market. So we know, therefore, that it's not just external circumstances that will dictate the outcome. So, how do we get to the root cause? Great question. Glad you asked. Um, Intuition combined with rationale is a great way of getting to the root cause or causes because you're looking at it more broadly. All of the things that could feed into the outcome that you're experiencing. You're applying first principle thinking. You're essentially taking what you assume to be true about a problem, breaking it down to its core components, challenging all assumptions that you've put in place, and coming up with something that is a new solution based on the potential causes that you have picked out. And then there's an element of experimentation. So if you were to change the ingredients that led to the effect or outcome, you would then track to see how it was going over a period of time. So a period of time, a month, 2 months, for example, to see what is happening when you look at what is being produced at the end of this. You might say to me, Sarah, this seems like a long-winded way of doing things. Yes, it is. In that it takes more time, but ultimately it saves time because you stop the inefficiencies that happen from recurring patterns that happen again and again, and you make yourself resilient. So whatever is happening outside of you, in the economy, in the world, etc., you know that you have control over the outcome. And control is really important for our brain. Our brain needs to feel that sense of control over our environment and our circumstances to have confidence. Confidence is a self-fulfilling prophecy and leads to better outcomes. I mean, true confidence, not bravado. So, the homework would be next time you are jumping to a conclusion about why you're experiencing a particular outcome, stop yourself. Ask yourself if you're making assumptions that make life easier for you, because it's a lot easier to say, oh, well, it's out there's fault. It's nothing to do with me. I have no control over anything at all. So challenge those assumptions, break it down, and see if you can think more laterally and broadly about what might be some of the causes that are influencing the outcomes that you are perceiving.